It's pretty cold and hard. I think it's ready to be demolded.
Yes, perfect. It was warm before, but you can tell when it's ready because it gets so cold.
And hard.
Yeah, perfect. Awesome. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm gonna slice down the
Cracks.
cracks. So if you want to come over here, I'm going to videotape it over here. So like so we're going to come down the cracks to just open the, we're going to, hopefully that'll, yep, perfect. So that's going to come out, and then I want to go around, like around the hot glue gun
to kind of get it to
so we can
wiggle out.
Yeah, so we can get it to come off the board. Okay. Let's see. Hopefully it'll come off the board pretty easily. Okay. Keep going around. And then, I don't know where I ended up.
Almost done.
Almost finished. And then what we're going to do is take the little acrylic board to the, I don't know where I started there. I think I started there. Take the little acrylic board to the side of the table and try and pop it off. Okay. So we're going to take it over to the edge. We're going to pop it down. Okay, let's see, it's coming out.
There we go.
You can see it's starting to pop off. Help me, Dee. Oh, thanks. Help me. Get in there. Get in there. Ah.
Gotta do one more side.
Okay, do one more side. Okay. Let's see.
It's almost there.
Okay. We got it?
Almost.
There we go. Look,
Oh,
it's coming off.
perfect.
Awesome. Okay, so it came off. Pull it off. Pull. Okay, perfect. Okay, now we'll take this, and we're just gonna, here, help me unpeel. This is the most fun part. Here, unpeel. Pull. Pull.
It's there.
And pull. Yay!
Yay!
Okay, so now let's flip it upside down. This one's really heavy. Delaney, you want to pick it up?
Sure.
Oh!
Okay, it actually is kind of like a brick.
It is like a brick. Okay, so you can see on the top there's our
Clay.
Our clay that we put in there. So we got to get that out. That'll be the next thing we have to do, is take the clay out of there.
Yes.
And then we're going to go to the steamer to start steaming it out. So next step is to take out the reservoir that was made out of plasticine. Okay, so I'm just going to start taking the clay, right? Can you see how it's coming away from the edge like that? Look, Delaney. Do you want to see if I don't go all the way up to the edge, I can just get to the, like there, and then just pull it towards me.
Yeah.
Do you want to try? Okay, so start opposite. So start over on this side.
Right here?
Yep, but come away from the edge and just straight down and pull. There you go. And now move to the next spot. Straight down and pull.
Ooh,
Leave some space. Yep.
Okay.
Straight down and pull. Start pulling. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Okay, I got it.
All right, here we go. This is the moment of truth. Don't cover it up so they can see. And pop it up. Yay! So now we have to go to the wax steamer.
We're back.
We're back. And now here we are in our very messy steam area. But it's a very important area, so it can be messy. It's okay.
Yeah.
So, what I use to steam the wax out with is a wallpaper steamer, and you can buy them fairly cheaply, and it's a really simple to use tool. And then what I do is where the nozzle is, there is a wire. So I use a wire to hold the nozzle in place. And then the nozzle you could actually slide back and forth if you've got a bigger or different size mold. So, so that's what I've done there. And then I've got my wire rack that's sitting on top of our Bullseye promo container, 5-pound jars. And so next thing we're going to do is lift up the mold and set it on top of the nozzle. What will happen right now, you can't see it because there's no steam coming out, but I'll turn the steamer on and the steam will start shooting out of there.
Yes.
Okay, ready?
Set
Go. Okay, so you can see where we got to set it right in the middle there. You got it?
Yes.
You with me?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Okay, good.
And then we look in the middle underneath to make sure it's set up in the center, and we're ready to go. We'll see you back after we might take a break and show you the wax melting, dripping down.
Yes.
But then we'll see you back after. Okay. Okay, it's been about an hour now, and you can see that most of the wax is out. We just have to finish getting it out of the fingers. Okay, Delaney, check out the inside of this mold. You can see look in there, babe. You can see there's no wax anymore. Cool. So we got it all cleaned out, didn't we?
Yes.
Okay. So that took about an hour and maybe an hour and a half, an hour and 10 minutes. Anyway, each mold's going to take a different amount of time depending on how much detail's in there. So what do we do next, Delaney?
I don't know. What am I supposed to say?
You're supposed to say we're going to figure out how much glass goes in the mold.
Oh, we're supposed to figure out how much glass goes in the mold.
That's what you're supposed to say, yes. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to do a water displacement method so we can figure out how much glass goes in the hole. All right, so let's go get our stuff together to do that. Let's go.
So now we're going to do some water displacement.
Water displacement? What do we have to do for that?
We have to fill up our mold, and then we have to dump it out and see how much water that it uses.
That's right. So this is a really easy way for people to find out how much glass needs to go into a mold.
Yes.
So we start
with... what we need is we're going to need 2 buckets. This one's filled with water. This one's not. We have our mold.
Our lack of hand mold. Yes. And
we have our Sharpie. Then we have our red amber glass, which is the color that we're going to be doing.
And it's Bullseye.
Yes.
Yes, that's the color Dex chose for his hand. Okay, so we're ready to begin?
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing we do is start with a bucket of water and so once you decide how high you want the water, then you take your black Sharpie and make a mark on it to the level it is. So we already did that so you can see. So we've made a mark, okay? Yes. So the second step will be dumping the water into the mold and then dumping the water out of the mold as quickly as possible. So what we're trying to do is remove as much water will need to be to fill the mold, and then we're going to put glass in to bring it back up to the line. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, all right, so are you ready?
Yes.
Because we don't want a lot of water to stay in the mold for very long because it's wet. We don't want it, so we want the mold as dry as possible when it goes in the kiln. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is dump the water into this mark, right up to this mark in the mold, because remember at the top is the reservoir.
Yes.
So we don't need water to go all the way to the top. We just need it to the top of where the hand would be.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to do it to the line, and then I'm going to dump it out as quickly as possible so the mold doesn't stay wet. Okay. So here we go. Ready? Okay. And now I'm going to take the mold and dump the water out as quickly as possible. Now, if you have another couple of days, if you want to, you can always leave it to dry outside or leave it to dry. Okay, so now we've already cut some glass, as we showed you. So,
yes.
Okay, since it's water displacement, we took the water out, and now we're going to put our glass in until it comes back up to this line again. Okay, can you see that the water filled back up to the line again? Okay, so that tells us how much glass is going to have to go into our mold. Yeah. Okay, so that's the end of this. Water displacement is just one method. There are a lot of methods for filling the glass into the mold, but this is just, for me, the easiest. So, okay, so the next step will be cutting the glass to go in the mold. All right? Yeah. All right. So this is my setup, and I've decided to pot melt into the hand because I want as few bubbles as possible. So what I did was I did cut the billet up. You can see that if you look in the pot, and I added some clear, but you can use any colors you want. And so now I'm just ready to close the kiln up and start her up, and I will see you in 5 days.
The kiln was cool. Let's check it out.
Let's check it out. What's it going to look like, Delaney? What do you think?
I think it's going to look cool.
Wow.
Whoa.
We did most of the glass out of there, so it's all cool to the touch. So what are we going to do now?
We're going to demold it.
Demold it. All right.
All right, we're getting ready to demold it now.
Get your hands in here, Delaney. We both have our safety. We've got our masks on. Ready? 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 Wow! Oh my goodness! Okay, that's the beginning. Let's see if we can get any more off.
After a little bit of cleaning
and a little bit of lathing to get the bottom cleaned off so we could have our hands sit straight on the table.
It looks great.
It looks great. It's all finished. Okay, Dex, what do you think?
I love it. It looks just like my hands.
Yay! So everybody now, if you want the PDF, look in the links below, and
don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe.
And like. Bye.
Bye.